This is entirely advertising, letting you know what's around, okay? And I want to say just a very few quick words on certain things. At Express Publishing, it's my advertising face on video now for the world to see. At Express Publishing, we produce a lot of stuff for exams. If you are interested, please, 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 you can go either through the Prosvещение website or you can go through Express Publishing's website and you choose Russian Federation. And you will find on our website all the kind of exams that are relevant to you. This is a screenshot from the website. The kinds of exams that we have available, I'm going to zoom through very, very quickly. We have practice tests for things like the YLE. Do any of you do YLE? Anyone doing primary level, young learners exams? If you're not, it doesn't matter. These are great classroom resources. These are great because for younger learners, it gets them to do things like listening, reading, the 4 skill areas. We use them in our language schools, not for the exams, for exam preparation, but as a kind of extra resource for the teacher to see how they're doing. And they also introduce younger learners into the idea of actually taking exams. If you're not familiar with the YLE is for learners up to 12 years of age. And it's divided between starters, movers, flyers. Starters, lower level, movers, flyers. And you'll find within those exercises on reading, some listening, all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to go into the contents of the books. If you're not familiar with it, by all means, go online, have a look at it. You can also find out more about the Young Learners exams from the ESOL website as well, if you're interested. They're kind of fun exams, but they're a great teaching resource. We have, please note, whenever we say something is a practice test, that's all it is. This is why I'm not even going to bother opening them and showing you them. Practice tests are merely books that have the form of the exam the learner will go. And your teachers, you know the value of that. Just to let you know that we have kept. Please notice, this is a new concept that's coming out from ESOL. Now, we're not quite sure yet how this is going to play out in Russia, but we felt it was appropriate to have them on the website as well. Many of you are familiar with PET, KET, etc. They have the standard version, but what they've also found is that a number of people are taking these exams at a younger age. So what they're doing at ESOL is they're looking at making the language linguistically the right level, but using concepts, reading, etc., that younger people are more likely to be familiar with. So less, for example, about the workplace, more about the school, to give you a very simple example. So whenever you see for schools, it's an attempt to bring the concept level of the exam down to the learner's level, not to dilute the linguistic level. I stress that. You can be B2 at 12, you can be B2 at 65. The linguistic value is the same, but your life experiences are very different at those ages, or at least they should be. Same is true for PET, choink choink. And the same is true for FCE. Now, at FCE, we have a couple of choices. This is FCE for schools. The FCE, we have, if those of you at this level, we divided it up. So we have FCE exam practice, which is the reading, the writing, and the grammar stuff. We then also have FCE listening and speaking skills, which is the listening and speaking, but this is also prepare and practice. So in the listening and speaking, you will get vocabulary taught. You'll get activities to prepare them for speaking activities. Okay? Another storm? Sorry about that, guys. It's my fault. Wherever I go, I destroy the weather. It's a recorded international fact. So I'm very sorry. We'll be leaving tomorrow. By tomorrow afternoon, it will be glorious again. You don't trust me? You will see. Well, last time I was in Slovakia, there was a hailstorm which broke car windows. I felt like paying the people. I hope they had insurance. Anyway, this is prepare and practice. So even if you're not interested in the FCE exam, you can still use it to get learners to help learners prepare for any kind of equivalent exam. There are 2 levels of this. This is just practice tests for the thingy. CAE practice tests, again, not prepare. We prepare them through the course books like Upstream, some of you will be familiar with, and the other course books that we have available. We also have this for advanced level. It's kind of C1 and above. Advanced grammar and vocabulary, it is what it is. It's revision, thematically grouped vocabulary, phrasal verbs, things like this, and grammar revision book as well at the higher levels. But it's C1 level, not B2. Okay, so please don't use it with younger or less experienced learners. Proficiency level, again, we have practice tests, and we also have listening and speaking skills separated out. So they discuss the speaking activity before they do it. They pick up appropriate language, they do it. It's thematically arranged in there as well. So that's CPE level 2. If you're interested in business English, we have Beck practice tests. That may or may not be relevant here. IELTS, increasingly popular exam. Some of you will have met Bob Obby, who was responsible with Mary Spratt for doing this book. This is Prepare and Practice. It's like a course book for IELTS. These are the practice tests. Okay? So if you wanted a course book, it would be this. If you want to practice the exam, which is really hard. IELTS is a really difficult exam. I'm glad I'm not taking it. I'd fail. I mean, I look at some of the compositions that they ask in the IELTS academic paper. It gives me a headache. Interpreting statistics and doing... No, thank you. Luckily, I already speak English, so I don't have to do it. Look at my lovely examination books. We also are doing work with our colleagues in Prosvещение for Russian national exam courses. Whenever the national exam changes, we change the books. This is what happens with all exams. I'm not sure even if these copies, these covers are still valid, but we do work with Prosvещение, and on the Prosvещение website you will find information about the practice exam books that go along with the Russian national exam.